Believe it or not, celebrities are capable of being broke from time to time. They make poor decisions with their money, make bad investments, or go on unnecessary spending sprees. So today on Top 10 Beyond the Screen, I'm going to be counting down our list of the top 10 biggest celebrities who are broke, part 3. Before we begin though, be sure to stick around until the end of the video where I'll be responding to some of your comments. Also, forewarning, we are on a part 3. I'm running out of celebrities. There may be some celebrities who are no longer with us on this list. And with that, let's jump in. Coming in at 10, Mark Twain. Yes, I know, Mark Twain is no longer with us, but he still has a place on our list and you'll see why in a moment. Throughout his long career, Twain desired to become rich and even married up the social ladder in order to make that happen. However, his dream never came true. After the success of Grant's biography and the adventures of Tom Sawyer, Twain's publishing house went bankrupt. His financial failings contributed to depression, and in 1894 Twain declared bankruptcy. However, later down the line, with more writing and popular speaking tours, Twain managed to get out of the red, but then lost around $30,000 in a protein powder investment. Which, Mark Twain, protein powder, I don't see him wanting to get them gains. Coming in at 9, Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye is known as one of the most famous musicians of all time. However, few people know that in 1976, he filed for bankruptcy after not making his alimony payments to his first wife, Anna Gordy Gaye. Then in 1976, a judge ordered Gaye to pay his ex $600,000 from his upcoming album, Here My Dear, which is pretty on the nose if I do say so myself. Then, as we all know, he was shot and killed by his father in 1984. At that time, he still owed Anna almost $300,000 in back alimony. Coming in at 8, Leif Garrett. Leif Garrett is a former singer, actor, and television personality who became famous as a teen idol in the 1970s. He was known for songs such as I Was Made for Dancing, New York City Night, and When I Think of You. However, Garrett admitted that he started using drugs when he was just 14 years old. On November 3rd, 1979, 5 days before his 18th birthday, he crashed a Porsche 914 that was being leased to his mother after a midnight party while he was driving to buy more cocaine. He was later tried as juvenile on DUI charges. His license was suspended for 1 year and he was placed on probation. In December 1984, he was ordered to pay $3.9 million, which put the singer in the red. Nowadays, barely anyone remembers who he was, particularly by people under the age of 40. That is very sad. He is still alive, so that's one. Coming in at 7, Gary Coleman. Gary Coleman was a famous child star known for roles such as Different Strokes, The Gary Coleman Show, and The Kid with the Broken Halo. During this time, he was making around $70,000 per episode of Different Strokes, but by the time the show ended, his adopted parents and business advisor had mismanaged his earnings in a huge way. Coleman struggled to find work in Hollywood following success, but eventually won a settlement against his parents, but that wasn't enough to avoid bankruptcy. After all of his lawyer's fees and investments, Coleman had to work as a security guard. He then faced major legal issues throughout the 2000s before passing away in May of 2010. Coming in at 6, TPain. In an interview with the radio show The Breakfast Club, TPain opened up about his financial problems over the course of his career. He revealed that he once went from having around $40 million in the bank at the height of his career to having so little money that he had to borrow it to get his kids Burger King. I quote, "Now I know what the high end is and what the low end is. I've been mega rich, I've been super broke, right in the middle of thinking I was mega rich and then got rich again. And you know, I learned how to really give a shit about money." He has said that he is doing much better now, but he may never reach the highs he once did, simply because we've all forgotten he even existed. Coming in at 5, Wayne Newton. Wayne Newton had a slew of hits back in the 60s with songs such as I Know So, It's the Season, and Jingle Bell Rock. However, he made it big as a Las Vegas singer and was even the highest paid performer in 1983. By 1992, Newton was bankrupt, owing around $20 million. Now, he did manage to make his way out of debt, but the problems didn't stop there. The IRS then sued him in 2005 for failing to pay $1.8 million on the sale of his home. His property was then seized in 2010 for reportedly failing to pay off a $3.35 million loan, though eventually it was agreed that the property would be turned into a public attraction. However, more recently, it was closed for renovations in 2018 with no current plans to reopen, so sucks. Coming in at 4, Stephen Baldwin. Younger brother of Alec Baldwin, Stephen filed for bankruptcy back in 2009 while owing money on taxes and a handful of mortgages. Troubles then continued for the actor when his house was foreclosed in 2017 after 6 years of no mortgage payments. But wait, there's more. Baldwin was also arrested and served 5 years probation for failing to pay taxes for 3 straight years. Honestly, if these lists have taught you anything, folks, it's that you need to pay your taxes. I don't care how big or small they are. Just pay them, because they will find you, and you will go to prison for life. Coming in at 3, the Cassidys. According to People magazine, David Cassidy, the former 70s heartthrob, filed for bankruptcy in 2015 in his home state of Florida, despite selling over 25 million records during his career. The former star had a history of DUIs and health issues aside from major financial problems. However, by his third DUI, his wife Sue Cassidy filed for divorce in 2014. He was then forced to put up his mansion for auction in an effort to pay for his divorce. Sadly, Cassidy passed away in November of 2017. In 2018, a voice recording of the singer surfaced, revealing that he admitted to lying about having dementia and that his health issues were caused by alcohol addiction. Coming in at 2, Aaron Carter. It's no surprise that Aaron Carter is on our list, with the singer having a slew of issues stemming all the way back to the early 2000s. Carter is known for songs such as I'm All About You, Aaron's Party, and of course, I Want Candy. In 2016, the former star talked to Us Weekly about the financially terrible position he was in, even admitting that he had no savings. I quote, "When I turned 18, I got hit with all those taxes. I filed a Chapter 7 bankruptcy last year. Now I'm already over $100,000 in debt." In 2018, the star released an album called Love and went on tour. However, both were a flop, and I doubt they're ever gonna get him in the green again. Sorry, Aaron. And finally, coming in at number 1, Michael Jackson. Now I know that the King of Pop passed away on June 25th, 2009, but there are no limitations to this list, not when we're on a part 3. You would imagine the artists behind songs such as Thriller, Black or White, and Man in the Mirror would be overloaded with fortune and wealth. I mean, he had Neverland, pretty much a wonderland in similar vein as Disney. However, due to large amounts of spending and taking out loans which he never paid back, Jackson faced a ton of money problems, particularly when he got involved in expensive lawsuits and interest on his debt increased. At the time of his death, a forensic accountant estimated that the King of Pop owed around $400 to $500 million. His estate has since resolved the financial issues, and Michael has been the top earning dead celebrity since 2012. Lucky for some, I guess. I can't even make any stats while living, so. Well, there we have it. Do you guys agree with our list? Were there any celebrities that we missed? Leave us all your thoughts and feelings in the comments down below, and perhaps we can do a part 4. Although, I don't see a part 4 happening. Before I go though, I just want to respond to a few comments from one of our last videos, top 10 biggest betrayals in TV history. Zahim Nazarala said, "This list has justified my trust issues and how I should never trust anyone or anything." Preach. I don't trust anyone. I only trust dogs and cats. Sometimes not even cats. Mostly just dogs. Rebecca Webb said, "I absolutely love this channel. Keep up the great work." Well, thank you very much. Chris Johe said, "The whole last season of Game of Thrones was a frickin' betrayal. Couldn't agree more. I like to pretend it didn't happen. My favorite season was 3, and that's all that matters to me." James Fraser said, "Me too, Lucy. I loved Lost too. I felt it in my gut when Anna and Libby were shot. Respect for your love of the show too." Well, thank you very much. No one ever loves Lost with me. Everyone hates Lost, but I love it, and that's all that matters. I've seen it like 5 times through. I can name all the episodes. My favorite character is Dr. Juliet Burke. I've got a little figurine of her at home. I'll bring it in one day for show and tell. And on that note, if you haven't already, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss another Beyond the Screen bit. And until next time, see you later. But then lost around $30,000 in a protein powder investment, which Mark Twain, protein powder, I don't see him wanting to get them gains. That's Chris loved it. So weird. It's weird. I can't speak anymore. They're gonna get so angry at me that I just put dead people on this list. I'm running out. Okay, I think most people are alive now. Except for number 1. Number 1's dead. Simply because we've all forgotten he even existed. Right, Chris? Yeah, sure. Now he did manage to make his way out of the debt, the problems. As long as Katie Cassidy's doing alright, that's all I care about.